Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Dudes with Attitude podcast. I am your host, the good Dr. Legend, joined as always by my esteemed colleagues of Wrestling Boomers as we venture through the greatest era of professional wrestling and relive the WWF Attitude Era. First, joined with me to my right, the magnificent one, Brett Evers.
Eventually, I'm going to come up with a really good intro.
Did you retire POW?
No, I'm still POW. No, I'm still POW. It's just, I'm going to integrate it based on where we're at going forward.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm probably going to be the POW guy.
The POW guy?
That's the bottom line, because POW guy said so.
And both of our listeners just stopped watching. The supreme submission machine himself, Angelo.
It's time. It's Goldust time.
He's still the artist formerly known as Goldust at this point.
Where did that come from? What are they trying new idiotic fucking pop-ins now, huh? Trying to get shit over? That's not gonna work. What are you guys gonna be, the fucking Charlie Haas every week? Brent the Hitman Haas, Stone Cold Steve Austin? Nothing's gonna fucking stick.
That's my gimmick. Hey, that gimmick got over, and I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing.
He's gonna start by.
Over more than Shawn Michaels.
All the dudes. Weasel, unfortunately, is beholden to the work gods. Can't join us this week. We miss him dearly, despite I know he's not watching a single episode because he's not on it. But
truly is missed.
We miss you. We wish. We hope you get back.
I miss his random, weird, off the fucking wall comments and banter, and just it's sorely missed. We need something like that again.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to fill the gap, but it's not really my style.
You have some good ones though. Every once in a while, you get a good one, but Chris is the only one who guaranteed once a week will make me break. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
All right, guys. We are out of 97. WWF's horrible year is in the past, and we are into a brighter future. The culmination of the Attitude Era, peak WWF television, is coming right up, and we're starting off with episode of Monday Night Raw, and we're kicking things off. Coming off of last week's episode, I was surprisingly entertained by it. I really, really liked it, and it makes me excited going into it. We're 2 weeks away from the Royal Rumble, 2 more shows away to my favorite pay-per-view of all time. Not the 98 Rumble, but just the Royal Rumble itself. I just love that match. And I'm really excited going into it, guys. So I would say you just want to jump right in and start the show.
Let's do it.
We can do that.
What are you guys drinking tonight? I will say this.
I am even more upset that they didn't do Owen Shawn at Rumble now, because they could have done that match at the Rumble.
Right? How good was that last week? That would have sold tickets.
I think it would have.
All right. What are you guys drinking?
I actually have Sun-Kissed Zero Sugar to start, and then once that wears off, I've got Coke Zero because I'm going hardcore.
So I've got this. Oh, it's hard to see because of the light, but I have a pineapple done upside down. We have a Scotch Ale from Stone.
Ooh,
9.5.
That sounds amazing.
It's pretty yummy.
I've got my AHA again. But this one is a pineapple passion fruit, guys.
Pineapple passion fruit.
Right. I've never tried it before. So we're doing another live taste test like we did with Liquid Death.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's good. That is good water. Not unlike the fucking
water.
creek water that you made me drink. You son of
That's real water, by the way.
Creek water? Fucking hose water?
Natural water.
Oh, God. Oh, man. That was so nasty. And it looked clean, too. And it tasted like shit. All right, here we go, guys.
Still drink them. I think they're great.
Monday Night Raw coming to you on January 5th, 1998. Starting the show in 3, 2, 1, boom.
So is this what, 2 Raws now from Royal Rumble?
2 away, yeah.
Oh, only 2, huh?
Yeah, this one in the next week's go home.
This is. Oh, yes. This is. I'm not gonna spoil it. I know what's coming, and I can't wait. Oh, here we go.
Oh shit!
Yep, Austin.
Starting off fucking strong.
Wardlow's running around in the word.
Oh boy. I'm excited for this.
Steve Austin strikes first. Yep.
Can you imagine pagers being a thing?
Yeah. The 16-year Espel.
Is that women screaming in the background?
So set your little channel, sit your ass back, don't touch the dial because
What?
Steve Austin's gonna raise hell.
Yeah, I got like super thin balls.
And that's it.
Dude, that is the best opening ever. He's literally told the audience, don't change the channel because I'm going to start beating the shit out of everybody.
He like put the locker room on blast. And you know what's funny? No one, before this, no one has ever done this in the Rumble. Usually the Rumble's like, play it smart, keep to myself. Austin's like, nah, fuck that. I'm going to kick all their asses now, and I'm going to kick it in the Rumble.
So, think about that, though. Think about how great that actually puts over the character of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Mm-hmm.
You're basically, because we, no spoilers, but you know what happens, and like you said, the traditional is, you know, you stick in the corner, you just keep to yourself. He's doing the complete opposite of that. He's going out and kicking people's asses. Well, that's how you build. That's how you build your main event.
I remember in his last year, he also won it too. I was a big Austin mark back then. I really liked Austin, and he still had the kind of the chicken shit-ish feel in him because he got eliminated, but the rest didn't see it. And then he went over there and threw Bret Hart, and I remember when he threw his hands up in the most conceited way, like he knew he wasn't the real winner, but he's like, I won!
New Haven, Connecticut.
God, these arenas look so small.
Well, sometimes they're not the 20,000 seat arenas. Sometimes they're like the 8,000 and 9,000 seat civic centers, you know?
Oh,
like
Nation
what
started
AEW
things
runs
off?
now.
So I just want to preface this by saying that the build-up, this 2-week build-up to the Royal Rumble resulted in a 110,000 buy increase from the year previously. Just so everybody knows how good these next 2 episodes of Raw are.
Oh, Farouk is fighting Shamrock?
The first. What?
Is that a serious thing? Is that kayfabe?
No, it was serious. He got a hemorrhage in his lung, like a paper cut, and it just kept getting worse and worse. And yeah.
Fucking tough guy Shamrock decided to keep going. Oh shit, here it goes. Kenny! My boy! God, he's still getting good.
He's still over.
This guy. I mean, he's never going to be a title contender, but he'd be a great mid-carder.
Based off of what I've heard about Vince McMahon, reason why Ken never got the title, he probably didn't smile enough.
Neither did Austin.
Need to smile.
Neither did Shamrock. What kind of bullshit is that?
You ever heard those reports that he's been telling like everybody that they need to smile more?
Is this a recent Vince thing? Because I know with like being a public company and all that stuff like that, they need to have like characters that are positive, like John Cena. I don't think Attitude Era Vince would have said that.
No, it's come out more recently, but no, they've said he's been like this since like the 80s. He's been telling people they need to smile more.
Oh.
Just it's only now come out because wrestlers are now saying they're being told that.
Wow. Oh, I know you guys have heard about it, but last week we did that Scott Hall special after his passing. There's another, I guess, quote-unquote tragedy of the wrestling world happened where Triple H's in-ring career is now over.
Is that really a tragedy, though?
No, not in the slightest. Dear Paul, yeah, some people may love you. I am not one of them. You should have been out of the ring like 10 years ago. I'm sorry, 20 years ago.
Yeah, well, I will die on my horse of Sting should have won at Wrestlemania, whatever it was. He should have won.
Of course he should have. Triple H, WCW roster killer, were never allowed that to happen. He had to beat all their top guys. He had to be the one. I hope they don't push the internal injury angle unless, like, well, his fucking Dominator's really internally the fucking move no one wants to take.
Well, it's kind of a dangerous maneuver, especially the fact that he's getting older, and he like when you get older, you don't have a lot of like control.
What the fuck, Ken?
A roll up.
In your entire move arsenal, an inside cradle should not be in there. Ken Shamrock should just be beating the piss out of everybody and then grabbing the ankle and then waiting a second for them to tap.
Remember when they gave him that stupid helmet?
What?
On Simmons. Remember when he came?
Oh,
in
that was when he was in the
first,
blue costume, right?
Yeah. Former WCW World Champ. They did that to him.
Remember what they tried to do to Ric Flair?
Welcome back to Raw. Farouk is in control of Ken
Oh shit.
Desperation move by Shamrock.
Why are you doing these moves, Ken?
Farouk kicked out, and their leader of the
You know what I love about the ankle lock move? Every time somebody gets into it, their first move is like to look surprised that they're in the ankle lock, like ah, and then they start tapping. Don't break my ankle.
This match is concerned, at least that's our guess. The world's most dangerous
I love seeing Rock, but in a non-talking position, it's kind of weird. Is he telling the guys to leave? Oh,
Oh. Is this when they turn on him?
no. I think Shamrock was wearing his sweats during that incident. I think that comes up during the Mania build.
30 men will enter the Royal Rumble match. 2 men will start. Another enters every 2 minutes until all 30 have entered the ring. But there can only be one winner, folks, and that winner of the Royal
Is it
Rumble
me or is
match
it the like?
will meet
Does it look
the
unusually
WWE
bright
champion
in the
at
arena?
WrestleMania 14, no doubt. It's the most exciting
Like I can see
It's
everything.
Yeah, it's actually unusually bright. Actually, there's a big upper deck in that arena. What was that?
To be fair, I think
That could have
most-
broken his fucking neck. What was
Yeah.
he
that
thinking?
could have. I was about to say, from what I remember, I thought a lot of the Attitude Era arenas were really, really bright. The audience.
I think you're right, but like we're transitioning from seeing the dark, and I guess it's dark because they couldn't sell those seats, so they said we better not shine a light over there.
Never underestimate the athleticism of Farouk. He's got to be the most honored amateur
Look,
athlete.
they finally changed the corner tag.
Oh, that's right. The first show of 1998. How about that?
Yet the turnbuckle pads are still the old logo.
I mean, call me a purist. I love the old WWF logo.
Oh, I do too.
It's such like a warm, fuzzy feeling thing to me. Like
It's like the winged eagle belt. Love to see that belt.
the fucking chair. Look at DQ fucking Kenny here. Oh shit! Oh! 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 There it is!
Belly to belly.
Oh.
He's got a
Watch,
wicked
look at his
belly to belly.
face.
There's the ankle lock. There's the ankle lock.
Jesus! That move is so over.
He's just rolling through the nation, dude. Just rolling through him.
Well, what a way to put the feud over and make Rock look good that he can't be stopped by Shamrock necessarily. Now he's mad at him. Come on, sell it with the limp, please, Farouk. At least like lean on it or something. That makes me mad.
Could this be a preview of the Intercontinental title match at the Royal Rumble?
Oh boy.
Put the belt on the line against Shamrock, but they may get it on.
Is he like putting his jewelry away? Like we're really gonna fight?
For a fight here, and that's what you have.
Yeah, he's putting in his pocket.
With Ken Shamrock.
WCW. What the fuck? Oh shit! There it is. Ruining that.
Oh, there it is. Oh, it's like, where'd he come from? It's like, fuck you guys. Fuck your feud. I'm Steve
He
Austin.
can't even leave the arena how over he is.
The craziest part about this is that they're putting a lot of stake in Steve by doing this, because you literally just told the entire audience that Steve is above everybody else. It's not a bad thing, but it's a risk.
Oh.
But it paid
Could
off.
be a bad thing, yeah. But
Yeah. It paid off, though, because...
if anybody could have carried it, it was Austin. That's Rock when he used to modestly take those stunners.
Yeah.
He sold
Or
him the best, though.
I want to say the first time he really oversells is at this Rumble.
I'm not a big fan of his overselling of the stunner. It looks silly to me.
The one he does at Rumble 98 is definitely the best. Because, like, he goes down, he comes back up on his feet and stumbles, and then Austin throws him over the top.
Well, that's a good one. That's not that over the top. I'm talking about one where he backflip rolls.
Well, those are all.
God, what a demotion for Owen Hart. He's got to wrestle the fucking Jobber Squad.
Yeah.
Exclusive footage? This is all the shit we've seen before.
And speaking of Shawn Michaels, the WWF champion is determined to call out the Undertaker right here tonight.
So they're really into pay-per-view build mode here, which is kind of weird because they talked about it. Don King
discusses negotiations with Vince McMahon right here on Raw is War. And what's this?
Well, how much they paid that sucker?
Don King for that appearance? That's got to be at least 5 figures for that appearance.
Which belt is that?
The NWA title, I think.
What the hell?
Oh no, yeah, or the USWA title. That's
What's
right.
Horny doing in here? Oh man, I do miss McMahon on commentary. I like Vince as a commentator.
Vince and the King, they were really good together.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels.
Oh boy. I will not miss this, Sean, at all.
No, I won't miss that, Sean. At all.
God, we got 3 months of this. And it's just gonna get worse.
Tonight, WWF Raw.
Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get through before Diesel gets back.
On the WWF AOL site to find out where you can be all you can be.
Hey guys, join the army. Get a first-class ticket to Ukraine.
Or Iraq.
Yeah, at that time I would think Iraq, right?
There needs to be more respect for tradition of wrestling in the WWF.
Oh, is this when
Oh.
Jarrett comes there, the champ?
Oh no.
In the WWF.
I hate these dumb I'm holding somebody else's belt gimmicks.
And at great personal expense to myself, I have flown these two gentlemen to be here tonight. I'd like to introduce Mr. Howard Brody and Mr. Dennis Coraluzzo. They are
Oh, the
respectively
NWA guys.
the President and Vice President.
Why are they even
of the
standing in there? I thought they
NWA,
hated
the
WWF.
National Wrestling Alliance.
It really is NWA.
Yep.
The
That's not a
NWA
terrible
is
looking
the
belt.
oldest and at one time was the largest governing and sanctioning body for professional wrestling anywhere in the world. The NWA numbers among its past
What is-
champions men like
what are they
Lou
thinking?
Thesz, Jack
What kind of-
Briscoe, Harley Race, a lot
What
of
kind
great
of
names,
move is
and
this?
the NWA
Taking up this
stands
precious
for
airtime.
tradition.
Unless Austin's gonna come out here and
And that's
stun
why
all
I've
these
asked
clowns.
these men to be here, and they have generously and graciously offered to anoint the winner of the next contest as the new
What?
NWA North American Heavyweight Champion. And at this point,
That
I
seems
would like to introduce
silly.
The North American title.
for this prestigious title. First, a man who is one of the great mat technicians of all time.
Blackjack?
He's a second generation athlete.
Barry Windham?
Is that Wyndham?
NWA champion, Barry Windham.
It is Barry Windham.
God, he looks so weird without
oh.
blonde hair, right?
Blackjack Wyndham. Certainly in Wyndham's heyday in the NWA, he was known as Barry Windham. A young
Is that
man who was
Bray
deemed
Wyatt's dad right there?
his rookie year by Michael
Yep.
Gordon Solis.
No. Bray Wyatt's dad is IRS.
Generation athlete.
His name is Wyndham, though. They named him after him.
Wyndham,
Wyndham Rotunda.
yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, this is when Jarrett wins that damn belt.
It's hilarious how Cornette has to come out here, bring Southern style or Mid-Atlantic or the Smoky Mountains style to WWE. I'm
That
like, what was
fucker-
Vince thinking?
That
This is
fucker
why I
comes
need to
out here
stop
like,
listening to Wrestling with Something with Bruce Pritchard. Early today, I was listening to an episode where he goes off on Jim Cornette and how everything, because it was about WrestleMania 10. And he was like, he's talking about how Cornette got conned into being Yokozuna's manager, but also bitching because he had to go to New York for WrestleMania and how it's not Southern wrestling.
Oh god, it's WrestleMania, dude.
you should be so lucky to be out there. I don't know why they needed Cornette as manager, but I guess Fuji couldn't be the talking piece.
Fuji, what? I mean, he was the talking piece for a year and it was fine. I think they just brought in Cornette because Cornette gets more heat.
Barry Windham really let himself go. This guy used to be put on 90-minute clinics with Ric Flair.
Well, yeah, back
Well,
in the
to be
mid
fair, how
80s.
many rest holds did they have in those 90-minute clinics?
Yeah, that's true. A lot of
You go
those
back and
matches
watch
are-
those like the Sting Flair match from Clash of Champions, the first one that goes 45 minutes. It is literally like 30 minutes of rest hold. To me, that's not
No,
not in the same category.
No, I agree.
No, what are they trying to get out of this Jeff Jarrett gimmick? Because it's one of his worst gimmicks, right? Like his next gimmick that we'll see in a year or two is probably his best gimmick. It's probably, look at this, his little strut thingy. Like, how is that gonna get over? How's that gonna get heat?
The only thing I can think of is McMahon is trying to pay back Jerry Jarrett, Jeff's dad, because he was running the business while McMahon was getting sued or being tried by the government. So he's like, I'll try to do my best with your son and keep putting him over. And, I mean, Jeff's good in the ring. I can't deny that. He's a good technical wrestler in the ring. But like everyone else says, in his Tennessee little brain, thinks he's like the greatest ever. Like, when I heard he won the WCW title, I'm like, okay, that company is done.
I mean, he basically was Triple H, except for the difference is Triple H could still get drawing power from just people hating him. People couldn't even hate Jeff Jarrett enough to get drawing power out of him.
Like, I wasn't watching TNA at the time, but how bad was his runs during that?
It was like if Stephanie McMahon was running a show, Stephanie would put herself over. Like it was just bad. Like he was in the middle of every feud. He would always like one time there was a feud between Sting and Christian, and then he like puts himself into the feud and wins the title when Sting and Christian are fighting each other. And it's like, come on, like it was bad. It was really, really bad. But this is crazy. Nobody cares about the NWA. You know, nobody cares about Dennis Carl.
They are in the middle of a fucking Monday Night War.
They're not going to
They're
get
doing this. What was the rating like for this week's show? I know WWF lost, but
this is January what?
January 5th.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm guessing this is a live show.
January 5th, 1998 actually did better than the week before. It got a 3.3.
The
week before Nitro. No, actually, the week before did 3.6. This one did 3.3. I see. Nitro.
NWA rules. No one gives a shit about the NWA.
What are NWA rules? Did they explain that to the audience? WCW Nitro did a 4.3 tonight.
Wow.
It's the whole rating
25%
higher.
better.
Where's he going now? Why is Corluzzo in the referee's face? Oh, wait a minute. Look out.
Don't
So
talk
now-
to Tim White like that. That's not wise. What the hell?
So two people that nobody cares about is going to interfere in a match between two people that nobody cares about for a title that nobody cares about. Like, this is Connecticut. They don't give a shit. Like, do this in Kentucky or, and yeah. See, nobody cares.
Oh, is this when Cornette becomes his mouthpiece too? Yeah.
I think Jeff can talk decent enough.
Yeah, but be honest, Cornette just knows how to get heat.
No, he's always been a good villain. I
I
like him
love
in that
how-
role.
I love how a tennis rackets, like when I was a kid, after seeing Cornette, I thought tennis rackets were as dangerous as baseball bats.
They can be.
You know, that's like really smart because those things are really flat and wide, but not. It make a good smacking sound, but like they don't hurt as much.
Plus, he also has it in the case.
So, like that's what's making it's like a giant clap on your back.
Yeah.
Oh.
Look at people flipping them off in the back. Like, yeah, that's a. Oh God, thank God.
Yes, Stone Cold.
That was the best part of that match. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, that was great.
Every match is like, fuck you guys. Yeah. The crowd was dead, and they see Steve, and they're like, "Yep."
Doesn't even need to wrestle. That's how you know he's over.
The shit talking before, I love it.
This part right here.
The strut.
Like, Steve is single-handedly making this show epic.
This is the best Raw I think ever. For me, when I watched it, I was like, "Yes, Steve's back! Steve's back!"
Uh-oh.
Determined to get into the Undertaker's face tonight, and will also show you exclusive footage. The last time Shawn Michaels and the Undertaker met in the Hell in the Cell.
They're really trying to push this feud. Like, it's going to be a slobber knocker against these guys. Look what happened last time, but they're in a casket.
Only
Like,
in America tonight, the Imperial Czar Don King fills us in on Mike Tyson.
you know what? I don't remember them hyping up Mike Tyson this much. From what I remember, Mike Tyson showed up at the Royal Rumble, and then he showed up the next night at Raw. I didn't remember them talking about Mike Tyson beforehand, and now they're doing all this shit. I'm like,
Yeah, I don't recall Tyson until I watched the Rumble. I was like, "What's Tyson doing there?" Yes. This is like, I think this is like the most stunners in one show ever, dude.
you know what? For a live show, like, this would make me turn the channel. Like, I never was a big WCW watcher during this time anyways. Oh, don't talk, Kenny. Go back.
You're a marked man. I'm a marked man. And there's nothing more
Oh,
that I'd like
Jesus.
to see
What?
is to get rid of those 28 other guys.
Oh,
And have
he's...
you and me, man to man.
His voice is breaking like he's scared. You gotta stop talking, Kenny. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Sonny's back.
Yes, stunner.
I mean, this is any promoter that's watching this show. This is how you sell a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Sonny?
No,
Because-
not Sonny.
Sonny.
Everybody, there's now a bigger reason to watch the show. Everyone wants Austin. Austin's beating up everybody. There's like a built-in feud, 29-1 feud into this thing. So, yeah.
Just, oh, I get it, yes. But isn't it also already like 29 other people? Like everyone's against each other anyways?
Exactly.
I hate the cookie cutter Rumble promos. If they mention 29 other guys, what else do they mention?
Over the top rope.
Over the top rope. They mention over the top rope.
Stone Cold. Winner's gonna be Stone Cold.
Representing the Truth Commission.
The Truth Commission.
Commission.
Oh shit. Sniper and Recon.
Sniper and Recon get introduced by Sonny. Yeah, that'll get him over.
It's the only way anyone would pay attention to this match.
Oh, non-callous.
Imagine having to sell this to them.
Oh god, there's your plant.
Yep.
That's his daughter. thought you said jack off. I'm like, yep, that's right.
Well, I mean, he is a jack off, but
Also the leader of the interrogator, Kurgan.
oh, it's your favorite. One of your favorite tag teams of all
Okay.
time.
Jobbers of Apocalypse.
Golden 8 Ball.
I hope once we get past WrestleMania, we stop seeing these clowns. Like, this has been the most painful thing about these Raws, or watching these guys. Like, I mean, I'm guessing it's because they're cheap. It's the only reason I can see why these guys get so much TV time. But they're definitely not selling shirts. No one I recall has ever mentioned Disciples of Apocalypse in their top 10 WWE gimmicks.
I mean, this is like the peak of like factions, right? Like that. If you were in a faction, that was what they did. Like everyone had to be part of something. Savio Vega had to create one, and Jackal had to create one, and
What the fuck
Crush
are
had
they
to
doing?
create
These aren't even wrestling moves.
that's what's funny. It's like you got these guys that are bikers and guys that are these Truth Commission from South Africa, and they're wearing what they would wear during the. It's just, it's over the top to me.
It's lame. No,
Yeah,
you're
it's
right.
lame.
WWF
It's-
over
it's-
the top.
it's like-
no.
But like, these guys are generic G.I. Joe characters. Like, you'd never see a Truth Commission action figure.
No,
Like,
well,
why?
maybe there were. Maybe there were. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it
Might
up.
have been.
Oh my
Would have to
god.
go check and see if I had one, but I swear to God, I used to get every single
Oh!
Jack specific figure I
No.
could.
eBay found Truth Commission action figures, $22.99. Interrogator and Recon.
I know
So
for a fact
Poor
I
Sniper
had
didn't
Eight Ball
have
and
one?
Skulls.
Let me
I know I
see.
had 8 Ball and Skulls.
Sniper.
They
had
have-
a pack.
Yeah, they have 8 Ball and Chains as well.
I don't know if you guys have watched it, but on Netflix they have these documentaries called The Toys That Made Us. They have an episode for WWE action figures.
Oh,
I haven't
really?
seen that
It
one
is
yet, though.
fantastic. Oh, you know what came out this week? I gotta watch it now. WWF or WWE's put their evil episodes, like characters turning heel, and
I heard about that.
the first one makes sense. It's Hulk Hogan, right? Him turning heel is like really important. They have a Ric Flair episode. Why?
Ric Flair.
Yeah. I
He's
mean,
been like-
the whole premise of the series is just about heels. They just called it evil.
and they talk like, I want to watch it because I saw clips of it, like Hogan talking about wanting to turn heel. He's like, I'm just not feeling it, brother. Like, I've never been heel before. What if they kill me?
Bullshit, because he was heel in he was a heel in AWA.
He was heel. No, he started his career heel. He always was
Yeah.
heel.
He was a heel in WWF when he was feuding with Andre the Giant.
But I mean, that's probably the biggest heel turn in WWF or wrestling history.
They
I don't think there's
absolutely
been a
had that.
bigger one. But like, how could there ever be a bigger one? You have the world's biggest
John
babyface of
Cena.
all time.
They would have turned
John
John Cena
Cena.
heel.
I don't know if it would have
would've
worked
been-
though. You
that
need to
would've
give
been
him.
It is the most like overplayed thing, Cena turning heel, but honestly, it would not have worked unless it was like it would have had to have some reason for him to turn heel.
I mean, give
I mean,
him the
look at
reason.
Roman
Like,
Reigns. There wasn't. They just turned him heel with no reason.
no, I mean, like, you know
He
what?
did make it work.
All you fans, you're talking about I suck or whatever. You're the ones that suck, and have him rip his merch in front of everybody. I hustled. Yo was loyal. I wanted your respect. You gave me none of that. And then have him just go rip ape shit against the faces or whatever, and then really do some heelish shit. That's the only way I could have seen him gaining some respect.
No, I think that's a good idea, but then if he rips into him, who's going to buy his T-shirts? I mean, those T-shirts are like it's a
You're
lot of
saying-
money.
Are you saying Austin's T-shirts didn't sell very well when he was a heel?
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean,
Actually, funny you mentioned that. They did sell very well. They were one of the top sellers while he was a heel.
I stand corrected.
They talked about it on an episode of. I don't know if it was Busted Open or was wrestling with some.
They're really trying to put.
They talked about it and they said Vince was like, "Oh, it's never gonna work. He's a heel. It's never gonna sell." and they convinced him to do it, and he did it, and sure enough, Austin was the top seller.
Did you guys know the names Austin was gonna get if he didn't pick Stone Cold Steve Austin?
No.
Oh my god, I gotta look them up. Hold on, they're awful. They are so bad.
So this is how much people we care about this match. We didn't talk about it at all.
If you're still listening to the show, this is a perfect time to take a bathroom break. Probably. That's just horrible.
Okay, so here are the names for Stone Cold Steve Austin, guys. WWF would have been buried if they gone with any of these names. Fang McFrost.
Yes, I do remember that one. Fang McFrost.
Otto Von Ruthless.
That was another one.
Ice Dagger. Cruel Luke. And by far the best, Chili McFreeze.
Chili McFreeze.
For Stone Cold
Hailing
Steve
from McDonald's. Chili McFreeze.
Chili McFreeze.
Otto Von Ruthless, man.
Otto Von Ruthless. Dude, someone should just come out to that name, dude.
Nick Van Bockwinkel.
Fang McFrost. I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, where's... I want to see the fucking... something to wrestle with episode about those fucking names. Like, what were they thinking?
It was on the Megasode. They did. It was the Stone Cold Megasode. It's like an 8-hour episode.
Oh shit!
Usually takes me the whole week to listen to like one of these Megasodes. But yeah, they did. So this is from last week.
Oh, that's right. This thing happened. Oh boy.
I do not believe this. The Undertaker came to his brother's aid.
Weird, but I guess it's a good setup for the Rumble.
None for you, Twix.
Yep.
Are you ready?
Hey, everyone get ready for your massive stroke.
God. Had enough of this. This version of DX was the worst version.
I kind of agree. Although, like, to me, I never liked any version of DX. I thought they were all stupid.
The 2006 version was refreshing and funny.
That
It
was
was
so
the-
stupid.
They made him very white, and Alvin and the Chipmunks. That episode of Raw sold me.
I will say this:
laughed my
they
ass
they perfectly slow played it. They didn't like bring it back quick. Like I remember the episode where Vince is like, "I want to hear 2 words from you," like because after he beat him up, "You want 2 words from me, Vince?" And then he's like, the fans like, he's like, "I'm sorry." I'm like, "Okay, thank God." What the fuck? Is Hunter injured or? That's right, he was injured the last episode. He hit fucking Owen. Had to swing at him twice with that fucking crutch.
Yeah.
There it is, the smile eraser.
Oh, it's gonna be the match.
Oh, they edited out that first miss.
I agree. They could have done that at Rumble and totally
Biggest
fine.
missed opportunity, but I guess something I had forgotten about that they bring up from time to time. Owen, after injuring Austin, basically got put on permanent shit detail, and like the only reason that he was doing this program was Shawn, because he was pretty hot coming back, and that they're just gonna throw him back in the mid card immediately, which is what happened to him. Oh, what the fuck?
Owen Hart, you have
He put that big ass nose.
From the hunter to the hunted. You know, you came out here, Owen, a few weeks ago, and you were hurling threats at D-Generation X, tossing them around. There were some pretty strong.
How many suckers do you think Shawn goes through on a week of Raw?
Such conviction, Owen.
More than I'd like to know.
Like,
But there was a little tiny problem, Owen.
this is your fucking champion right here. And I know he's playing the laissez-faire kind of, you can't beat me, I'm so good. But like,
Without a bat.
regular
And it
heel
was
Shawn
Triple
would have been
H
better than
that
this.
had to supply the lumber.
He's
And for
telling
all
like
you ladies out there,
12-year-old jokes.
Don't you
You know,
worry.
prepubescent humor.
Don't you fret. Don't you fear.
And of course, the audience
Because
completely
there's plenty more
apathetic.
wood
Think
where
about
that
when
came
Mr.
from.
McMahon was the heel, and they would come out and boo him mercilessly every time. That's a fucking heel. Who is this guy?
I'm gonna make a little challenge. Why don't you come on out here?
Coming.
Owen, why don't you
Time.
rear your ugly little
Oh
head?
no, they're
Niblin?
not gonna do the
Why don't you
fucking
float
midget
on
thing
back
again,
to
are
the
they?
surface
Sorry, little
so
person
I can
thing.
flush you one more time, Owen. Come on. I got one leg. What's the matter? You afraid? Come on. I'll call him off. I'll call China off.
Where's Austin? He
Call
should have come
China
out here
off.
and stunned these clowns.
Come out and play, Owen.
Hey, Hunter, I'm not going to exchange words with you because that's a game that I don't play. Look at yourself standing out there all cocky and proud, like you achieved some great feat.
Shit,
Just
this
like
is
last week when
pre-recorded,
you
right?
hobbled yourself out to the ring and helped your fellow
It had to be. There's no way Owen could cut this
Shawn
kind of
Michaels when
promo.
I had
I
him
feel
writhing
sorry.
in pain for my sharpshooter.
Kid Me Holder was a great
Hunter,
promo.
This is getting
Owen was the
personal.
best heart at
It's
promos.
getting real
Really? You think so?
But lucky
Oh,
for
I think
me,
dude.
heel Brett is one of the best
and I want
promos.
every little
No,
ligament, every
Owen.
little tendon,
Go back to
every little bone in that
94,
right knee to
93.
heal up.
I kicked your leg out of your leg.
95.
That was a
Owen
mistake.
Everything's okay.
That line was a
Owen
mistake.
was the best promo of all the hearts, always.
Black hearts feel
Especially when he was
no
heel.
pain.
But like, if that's the case, then how come they didn't have him come out?
Oh, you're right. You're a pain, all right.
Because you just said he was
I'd
in
hate
the
to
shit
tell you
house.
where. Owen,
But like, he's in his
I've got a
wrestling
little
gear,
advice
so is
for
he
you,
gonna wrestle
buddy.
tonight?
watch your back. Because
Feels like
Big
they recorded this
Generation
thing
X
last
is
week
bigger
after
than all of us.
his match.
Probably did.
What the fuck?
No, Owen was the best. He really was the best.
I like Owen
The
promos,
microphone.
don't get me wrong. But what the fuck did we just watch? Oh my god, well thank god. That's how you end your hour show with these guys. Oh, that's right, he's
To be-
wrestling these.
To be fair,
was-
Owen face promos are not good. Owen heel promos
He
are
should be
amazing.
he should be in the Austin status right now, being like the anti-fucking hero.
You can't have two anti-heroes at this point.
Sure you can. Shamrock beat up all those refs.
Shamrock's not an anti-hero. No matter
My
what
hero.
you want to think.
All right, we're coming up to the first break, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys after the hour is done. But hey, we're always looking for sponsors, and if you guys have questions you want to ask us on the show, we'll read them online, answer them. Just email us at dudeswithattitudepodcast@gmail.com.
Look at that. Shotgun Saturday night. That was my show.
Oh god.
I loved it when it was in a little club with that tiny ring.
Oh god.
Oh, yeah, that was the best. Oh, no,
All
no,
right,
no.
guys, we are back. Thanks for tuning in. That's a good way, I guess. They're starting the second hour the same way they started the first hour.
Yeah, let everybody know what the deal is. That Austin's here to kick everyone's ass. He's already kicked half the locker room's ass.
Awesome fashion.
God, mentioning that pager
The
is so
pager.
big.
The pager.
Oh, did you guys? Have you guys been watching Young Rock? The newest season started this last week.
I haven't seen any, but
I haven't seen any
obviously I
episode
have
now.
Peacock, so I can go watch
It's really good. I would totally suggest watching it.
Is
I usually
Peacock
wait
worth
till
it?
the season.
I subscribe to it for the show, so that we can do it, but I hardly watch it afterwards.
I see.
I did
To
rewatch
be
stuff.
honest, most of my other people who use it are not me. They only have it for WWE. I don't even watch WWE.
I did a rewatch of The Office recently, and that was probably the only most prominent time I used it.
Who's next? We'll find out on the War Zone.
I wonder if Bret Hart is still in this.
Well, let's see.
Oh,
Bet you he is.
yeah, they haven't changed this in a while. Oh, There's Ahmed Johnson. We haven't seen him in weeks.
Times we have seen him, he's massively out of shape.
Oh, there may have been a glimpse of him. I don't know. He probably might have done a really good job. I'd have to go down frame by frame and see it.
Yeah, they've done a good job of really. He's still in there, but they've done a very good job of messing with that ring shot.
Yeah, because he's now in WCW. Like, after this is post. I think this is the Raw after Starrcade.
Is it?
I think so. Because what was last week's Raw? No, wait, Starrcade was December 27th. I think last week's Raw was the Raw after Starrcade. But either way, Bret Hart is now in the company. Jobbers with theme music.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, who wants to wrestle that guy? Well, I don't know. Would you want to go? Here's a what would you rather? Would you rather spend 1 minute in the ring with Vader or wrestle Miguel in an Iron Man match?
I would do Miguel in the Iron Man match because at least I
really?
know. It'll just be hair on hair at that point.
What if you get like intertangled?
It's still better than getting fucking concussed or my or losing an hair.
Oh my god! You don't want to be in there with Vader, huh?
No. I would never. Nope. See, and that's another episode I listened to, was the Vader Megasode, which was also interesting. Yeah, that they literally talk about how Vader was off in the ring.
Owen Hart certainly has his share of distractions. Nonetheless, the impressive Savio Vega. And the match
I mean,
underway here.
here's the thing. Savio's good technical wrestler. Like, he's pretty good in the ring, so this should be pretty decent. But this is like a superstar's match at best.
Shotgun Saturday Night. I do miss Shotgun Saturday Night, though.
I love this look on Owen, too. The beard just makes him look tougher.
Yeah,
like he's grizzled and stuff.
He's wearing all black. I mean, it's they did work on this gimmick, and they just didn't expand on it.
I know Austin said he'd never work with Owen again after the incident and everything like that. But
rightfully so. I mean,
absolutely right. No. Owen 100% at fault. But I like playing the what if game. Could you imagine the program Austin could have had with Owen if he didn't break his neck, but he was the champion? Like,
yeah,
those two hearts. Oh shit, that was nice. Man, Owen's got his back to the wall.
Could you imagine what would have happened if Owen hadn't died?
I don't think anything. Like, people talk about Owen being a WWE champion. Honestly, I think they might have just given it to him, like, because they made the weirdest people fucking champion, like Dolph Ziggler. But either way, like, I don't think he would have had the program. He would have. That was truly worth his ability.
And think about the guys that were coming in after him. You know, after he passed away, you had Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit, Jericho.
I know. We would have never gotten an Angle Brett match. We would have gotten an Angle Owen match. Oh my god, that would have been good. Why'd you put that in the universe, you son of a bitch?
Because I'm telling you, that's how fucking awesome Owen Hart is.
I love Owen. Don't get me wrong.
Owen's
fantastic. I loved his '94 program with Brett.
I truly hated him when I was younger. But,
oh yeah, so did I. He was a classic chicken shit. But like, I was in pure shock when he beat Brett clean at WrestleMania 10. People, like I said, people talk about the Shawn Razor match, which is a fucking great match. But the Brett Owen match that opened the show up was magnificent. It was like probably the best pure wrestling match WWE had in 10 years.
There's that outside interference.
So I was listening to that Megasode today, and there was actually supposed to be a 10-man tag match for WrestleMania 10.
But
It got
fucking
cut.
Razor
It got
Sean
cut.
got cut because they went over too long. And what's his name?
No. Bruce said it was the entire card.
And my gosh, you got a
Bruce ran it from Gorilla because Vince was on commentary. Bruce said every single match
Went over.
went over. Every single match. Owen Brett went over. He said the worst was the tag title match. Men on a
Really?
Mission and the Quebecers. Because he told them you have this much time from your
Owen Hart-
entrances till you get back. They took that time in the entire match.
Wow.
Owen Hart's
Then, yeah.
clotheslines couldn't take down Savio fucking Vega.
Yeah, every single match at WrestleMania went long. Even Luger, Yokozuna went long.
What's he screaming?
I don't know how that was possible, but it did.
Hart has a sharpshooter applied.
Oh what the? He's not tapping.
Savio holding on. I can't believe he's holding on. What? Oh, it's got released.
This fucker
not
misses Q
Brett.
or something. He was in that thing for half an hour, and his back is perfectly fine.
Trying to capitalize.
Way to fucking sell, you clown.
Roll up. Can you hold him? Yes, one. He got it.
Oh, okay. Classic Hart fashion.
Owen Hart has won this match.
Pull up.
I like that though. He went for the victory. He's like, yeah, fuck you. He's like,
He wants all of DX.
oh shit.
Oh, look out from behind. Los Barriquas now.
Never forget this stunning program that Owen had with Los Barriquas.
Owen Hart.
Truly one for the record books.
Owen Hart being manhandled, being pulverized. And D-Generation X is loving it. Look at this. And he's being delivered. Hey, Owen Hart's being delivered.
Oh, I guess this is why they used Savio in the fucking switcheroo program for the pay-per-view after.
When Sean couldn't go.
I can't. Oh, how humiliating this must be for Owen Hart. How degrading, insulting. There's nothing Owen
I mean, this is hard to watch, but this is good heat. Can't deny it.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, when you do this, you have to have the face overcome.
Oh yeah, they paid him.
Otherwise, you just bury him, and it's a waste.
They do
God,
end
what's the
up
principal
kinda
gonna do?
burying
Didn't this
Owen.
dude kick your ass last time? Like,
Ladies and gentlemen, whatever
you gotta stare at the guy that whipped your ass and tell him to leave. Please go away. I'll kill you. Okay.
Well, folks, let's take you back to what happened just moments ago in the war zone.
Oh, I miss Owen's theme too. Owen has such a good
And then
theme.
Owen was attacked by Los Barriquas and delivered to D-Generation
A few good
X, and
themes.
they continued to do a number on a helpless Owen Hart. Look at this. Humiliating.
Oh my God, doesn't Miguel look like a Mexican Tommy Dreamer?
He kind of does. But Tommy Dreamer's kind of a generic looking guy anyway, so.
He really is.
Did he get fired, legitly fired from TNA
I believe so, yeah.
Yes.
after
they
his
did.
Dark Side of the Ring
For the-
comments?
After his Dark Side of the Ring plane ride from hell comments, yeah, they
I thought this did not look like Paul Bearer at first. I thought
does
this
not
was like
look like him at all.
what the fuck? Oh, I guess
That
you know
is
what?
him, but-
It's the paint. You know what? When you see his real face, you're like, what the fuck? I hope they don't. I hope this isn't a promo where he doesn't talk like non-Paul Bearer, like he talks like Percy Pringle.
Because the Undertaker
Oh my Undertaker! What a gimmick for a manager! Like, how just really harp on every word you say when you sell him this guy.
His oh yeah.
Did Bearer make it into the Hall of Fame?
Yeah. His kids inducted him. And Taker came out but didn't say anything because he kept his gimmick.
Even more horrible. Hey, watch it. It looks to be heartbroken.
It's funny how many times these guys came back and turned on each other. Like it started getting real fucking old. Like when he turned on him this time, I was like, okay, what a go. Every time you keep doing it, it just weakens it.
He's still in Paul Bear voice.
Jesus Christ. Let me just do this acid before I cut this promo. He's good at those faces, though.
He ended up
Is this like a
joining
fill-in?
Taker for the Ministry of Darkness.
Did he? Yeah, he was. Like, I'm trying to think about what happens. I don't know. I don't remember. Yeah, he's there. He's there. I remember he's there. But then he became the American Badass, and then he left, and then he came back with him for WrestleMania 20. Because when he came back, his theme music started with Paul Bear going, "Oh yes," and the people lost their shit. You think Paul Bear is the most popular wrestling manager of all time, like as far as a fan favorite goes?
Probably just because he's so memorable.
But there's a lot. Like Bobby Heenan.
Well,
Bobby
Heenan was
Heenan.
loved to be hated. I mean, I'm talking about from a
that's-
face perspective, and even then, like Heenan as a manager, his glory time was really in the '80s, and the program he had with Hogan in WrestleMania 3, and then like if you watch all the stuff afterwards with Heenan back there, he wasn't a really not like a non-presence until it was Mike time. But man, did Bobby find his fucking place in that announce booth.
Yeah, I mean, still at Bash at the Beach, he's the only one on commentary. It's like, yeah, but whose side is he on?
Yeah, they edited that part out though.
They
Oh,
did?
did they really?
They edited that part out. Like, look it up.
Oh.
Yeah, because they didn't want
I didn't like it at
So
first. At first I
iconic,
was like,
though.
but you gotta understand, Heenan was always anti-Hogan. When was Heenan gonna be like, it would be so out of character for him to be like...
Which is funny, because when Hogan does turn, Heenan doesn't support him, ever. In that entire, like, Hollywood Hogan run.
Right.
He
No.
still is always anti-Hogan.
Despite
Though
them
he'll
being
cheer
like...
all the other heels, he's still always anti-Hogan. Which is great. When you think about it, from continuity's sake.
So they brought Paul Bearer out to pad the show for a promo because they didn't bring Kane out. That's weird. Ah! It's a boy! No, Raw is Mero!
They're gonna finish off the feud right here.
Oh, thank God. Mero should go on to some bigger and better program.
Oh god. Oh god.
I mean, he really should when you think about it. But
by dressing her in a potato sack.
Idaho potato.
Look at this guy. This is your best fucking heel in the company right now. Look at that face.
He's so proud of himself.
He can talk on the mic. He can cut a heel promo.
You wouldn't be in no magazine, you understand me? You know, sometimes I get so sick of looking at you. Oh, go ahead and cry. Oh, go ahead and cry.
I feel bad. Did they ever do a Mark Mero episode or something to wrestle with?
I don't know.
Say, well, you weren't going to do anything that
We'd
might
have to check.
humiliate marvelous Mark Mero now, would you?
I know they've talked about him before, but I don't know if he has his own dedicated episode.
I kind of feel bad because it looks like Brandy he's pretty muscular. He's pretty big. I'm pretty sure that's why he's in this program, to get over, because Vince like, oh yeah, he's got a good body, but like this is not the direction WWE I think Brandy is like, this guy represents the last of like the new generation era style wrestlers. He's got fucking non-black clothes on, and oh, this move right here. Oh, Jesus.
In just moments, these two men will finally get it on.
Oh, I never saw this part.
What's at stake in this contest may be worth more than the fight itself.
They're gonna actually wrestle a match?
Well, I don't know about you, JR, but
How often do you get a video package for a Raw match?
Because it's, well, no
It's
one's
Sable.
getting- It's Mark Mero, damn it. That's why. Marvelous Mark Mero. You say his name right.
Disable.
You son of a bitch.
Gotcha.
Jesus Christ. I never thought doing this, like when we brought this up, I would be hyped for Mero and Mero matches. Like every time it comes out, like, yeah, Get him, Mark.
But it sucks because we're only gonna have him for like a couple more months, and then he's like gone.
Oh yeah, he gets buried so fucking hard, but still. Oh, they're not gonna let him cut. Oh, so it's gonna be like a legit match.
I love how he like runs into the ring.
Oh, see, that's what
It's
I
like,
missed.
go into the ring real quick. We don't have your song's not that long. No
You're
one
a
wants to hear it.
jobber. Your name is Tom Brandy, and you're a jobber.
It'll be great.
I love when he winds up for it. Oh!
Oh, God.
Look at that. Oh. God, you could tell Mark was trained by WCW. First thing he did, bail to the outside.
Brandy now, the former New York State Golden Gloves boxing champion, using those educated fists. Anybody might want to mention to the
Look at this guy. How do you not want to hate this guy? You know what's funny? That's what they should have done it for. I know Tyson and Austin was the fucking thing. They should have had one moment with Mero and Tyson where just Tyson knocks his lights out to signify how tough Tyson is.
Listen to the chant. How must Mero feel?
He's selling it pretty well.
Thousands of fans didn't
Oh,
pay
shit.
to see him. They came to see Sable. Well, it's just like you and I, Ross. How does it feel when everybody wants to...
Oh!
Right in the nutcrackers.
Cheers for me. You get a little upset and jealous.
Oh, boy.
They've been building this feud, and I'm surprised they didn't put it on pay-per-view. But then again, the
Why?
You're
Rumble.
surprised they didn't put it on pay-per-view?
I'm surprised it made it this far.
Yeah,
After he called him a
Shotgun
fucking
Saturday
jobber
Jobber.
on national television.
I thought you said fists were illegal.
You're a jobber.
And that's illegal. Come on, ref.
We don't even know this dude's finishing move.
Looks like
Well, yeah, I don't even know.
I don't know either.
That's,
there's a bulldog. And that one, two,
if it's a fucking side slam, I'm gonna lose my
That was
shit.
a fast count there, Hebner. That was a fast count, Hebner. Come on.
Side slam.
Oh god.
Side slam of doom that one night. Was that
That
Survivor
was Survivor
Series?
Series. They had like 4 finishes with side slams in them.
Waco, the Continental
Oh, yeah,
Airlines
they did.
Arena,
Oh
West
god.
Palm Beach,
I'm with Bret Hart. Fuck chops.
and Vancouver, British Columbia. So if you're in Dallas, Waco, Continental Airlines Arena, West Palm, Tacoma, or
You have to
Vancouver,
watch this
tickets for those
surmountable
February
offense.
5th,
What the
at your box
fuck?
office. This Saturday.
Oh, kidney
That's
punch.
right,
Oh,
I'll be
that's
there.
legal in
My
WWE.
only regret is that I can't sit out in the audience and watch me.
Oh. Oh!
Oh,
I guess that was a botch spot. Now he's gonna yell at her, you bitch. How dare you get in my way?
Mero not. Hey, she was. It's almost as if
I love how she's totally like not selling it.
Yeah.
being there when he was not
She, Miss Elizabeth, she is not. Could you imagine if he
No.
tried this program with Miss Elizabeth, how much heat that he would get?
Oh,
at least Brandy's
I know people are on Sable, but like Miss Elizabeth is like the most beloved female character in WWE history. Oh shit. Oh! Let go of my
about
property.
heat, dude.
give a darn less about the
Talk about heat.
Oh.
Jesus.
steel steps.
How is he not the? I mean, he might be the most over heel right now, besides maybe Michaels.
No, Michaels isn't over. Nobody gives a shit about Michaels. No one gets
That's-
the booze that Mero gets.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right.
Oh, finally, justice. Oh, he's wiggling the
TKO.
legs. Oh, he got it. Yes.
get it.
Feud over.
I mean, you'd figure a boxing gimmick, he would have a boxing punch as a finisher. I don't know. It's my
Go
2
for
cents.
another
Oh, here.
Another
Oh.
one? Come on.
No.
Oh, Saul's
Austin.
coming down. Oh, yeah, Austin.
Oh,
Austin.
Austin.
No.
No.
That's the most over stutter of the night right there.
Mero, no.
Oh, God. Oh.
Look at the people cheering. That's the program for WrestleMania. You put those two in a match. Give Mero the title. Well, it's gonna hurt. Could you imagine Mero as champion right now? WWF champion.
I mean,
making Sable hold the belt up and stuff. Put the belt up like over her face and her cleavage so no one can see it. Imagine the heat this motherfucker would draw. They'd want to see Austin tear his ass apart.
Instead, we got Shawn Michaels.
Yep.
Which is sad. I say sad because in Shawn is a real talent. And it sucks that his character is like taking a nosedive here. What the hell's going on this hour? This is the weirdest thing. We're having like 3 promos promised this hour.
I mean, they've given us a lot of wrestling in this Raw. And every time there's a match, it ends with Austin just beating the shit out of people.
Except for the Truth Commission match, which that's really the only one that
right.
really fucking needed it.
That one could have used stunners all around.
Oh, and the Owen match. I will say this: Mero took the stunner the best. Oh Oh, he did that to Henry? I missed that. Like how the headbanger is just like, what are you doing?
Stone Cold Stunners. Oh, God. God. This is how you write a wrestling show, ladies and gents.
They don't write them like this anymore.
Oh, they
No.
sure don't. I like this.
Flash Funk? Or Too Cold Scorpio.
Where's his hat at?
Oh my god. How much we got? We got another half hour left in this show, boys. It's a long one. Brace yourselves.
Yeah, this one, with the Austin's making the show.
Yeah, he's keeping it alive, but with these segments, it's not helping. It's like on Austin life support.
Basically.
After 360. Jesus. Somebody has stunned Santa Claus. Who's this guy facing? Is he wrestling Goldust? Oh.
Yep.
Oh my god, he's in blackface!
Are you serious?
I did not edit this out of Peacock?
Oh my god!
Wow. You cannot title the episode Blackface.
Oh my god!
Oh,
I am in fucking shock! How did they not? No one remembers this! Look at him! He's got an afro!
Edited Goldust stuff out because we literally were like, oh, this happened last week. We're like, we didn't see that last week. This?
What the fuck? Somebody cancel him right now!
With the afro too. Why does it have to be an afro?
Oh my god, he looks like a jive turkey.
I don't know if you could use that term.
Why doesn't Flash Funk kill him right now?
They put it against Flash.
Yes, yes, kill him!
It's like,
Oh my god. Oh, and he's got the light.
oh my god.
How did they get away with this? Get your fro and go.
Oh man. And yeah, they're getting him off TV real quick.
Please.
Yeah. Head to the locker room, please.
Oh my fucking god. Of all the things I expected him to come out to. Never even crossed my mind. They would never do something in that poor taste. Never. Never again. I can never doubt WWE after this fucking stunt. And he is like, there is no color on his face. They got like black shoe polish. His suit looks pitch black. What the fuck is wrong with them?
It's so true. You can't even see his eyes.
Oh my god. Where? Somebody get Bruce Pritchard on the phone. I want him to explain this shit.
Yeah, have they covered this episode of Raw or not?
What the fuck?
Bruce, you put blackface on Goldust. Thoughts?
Oh, that's so bad.
Oh my
So
god.
bad.
Oh my god.
Remember how I said I didn't think the Attitude Era would age very well? I think this is the example A.
Jesus Christ. That was a cool move. I can't get away from this. This is... Oh my god.
We may see the 450 splash.
This should have ended this instantly. They should not have pushed this match this long. Flash Funk should have killed him.
Goldust in a lot of trouble here. Flash with a suplex.
Oh, there's no way he's gonna hit the 450 from that distance.
Losing some valuable momentum. Luna, where are you?
Or could he? I don't know. Is he that talented? Oh, okay, yeah.
Too
No,
Cold
that's not
Scorpio is
happening.
very... Oh.
Thank God. Get this guy off TV immediately.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
What's actually worse is, would it be Goldust here winning?
Oh, well, yeah. Oh, thank God. Thank God. He cuss his ass.
We need to like meme this and put like
Jesus Christ! Did you see Vader's shoulder? Some of the paint came off on his body.
All right, Dustin, you gotta go out there with blackface.
No! Not even Russo's this bad. Damn it, Vince! Somebody get him. I want to know whose idea this was. What is he doing? Oh. Oh, they're hyping up Blackman again.
A fan went in the ring.
So oh, good. Probably to kill fucking Goldust to get really upset.
I thought you did a great accounting of yourself, but how do you feel that you did?
Well, I'm not that familiar with the rules of the WWF.
Oh my god.
And,
well, I got our episode title.
Not that familiar.
No.
How dare you,
I already know.
WWE?
I already know what you're thinking. No.
Oh my god. Oh my god. How did I forget? Well, I guess we probably played it off as something stupid back then when we were watching it.
We probably didn't even think twice about it, to be honest. For me, I don't remember any of this stuff.
No, none of this. I remember. I barely remember Goldust's gimmick. I like the program he's doing with Vader.
His gimmick was he was the artist formerly known as Goldust.
How did they get away with blackface with Don King and Mike Tyson on this episode? That's what I want to know.
Your guess is good. The only thing I can say is this was what, over 20 years ago?
I mean, even then, like, who thought? I mean, I'm pretty sure Vince. Someone told this idea to Vince. He's like, "Oh, brilliant! He's gonna wrestle a black guy. Oh, that's gonna be great. He's gonna get so much heat."
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The title's LOD. There's a guy chasing us with a chainsaw.
The title is LOD. When did this happen? This didn't happen last week, right? We got the introduction, but we didn't see this locker room shit, did we?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, we did. Yes. Did.
I do not recall.
Showed that.
I'll have to tune back to last week, but
I mean, to be honest, for us, that was quite a few weeks ago that we saw that episode. But yes, they did show that during
that is true, yeah.
the episode. So I'm really excited to get Crazy Dave on here. He loves New Age Outlaws as much as you hate New Age Outlaws.
Oh,
well, at least that just tells me his taste in wrestling, so he has none.
Oh God! Here we go.
Dave, if you're watching this, I stand by those words. I will not shy away from them, sir.
He might be one of our viewers.
These two clowns are literally jobbers with mics. As if Barricos are jobbers with music. These guys have gotten their ass kicked every episode since we've started this shit. Haven't won, and they are your tag team champions.
He almost tripped getting out of the ring. Did you see that?
The world's greatest leg drop.
Oh, yeah. Makes me wonder if that's why they just had him do the famouser.
It's like, you only do half a leg drop anyways, man.
You only need one of your legs for this. What if that was a Vince Russo idea? Billy, I have an idea for you. You're gonna do your leg drop, but instead of going to the top rope, you're only gonna use your one leg, and you're gonna stand. It's gonna be great.
Oh my God. At least we're getting a match. I want Austin to run in here as soon as possible. I can't take it.
I'm sure we'll. Hopefully, we get an Austin one.
I would think so. I mean, there's no. I mean, the other two programs that ended without Austin, they were pushing Kurgan, so there's that excuse, and then they were pushing the Owen versus Hunter feud, so they couldn't have Austin run in. So those make sense. This Headbangers and New Age Outlaws is not going anywhere.
His LOD doesn't come back until what, later in the year?
Yeah, I think they're off TV until Wrestlemania.
Nice athletic move there by Billy. Go!
What the fuck was that?
Make it 4-time now. Oh, high hip lock takeover. And a quick arm drag takedown by Mosh. Using Billy Gunn's own momentum against him. Boy, I tell you what, folks, you've got to be getting excited about January the 18th. Circle that date on your calendar.
You know the tag team division's suffering when Headbangers are former tag team champions.
Wait, what? They won the titles?
Yeah, they were champions at one point.
I didn't know that.
It was a hell of a run. Memorable, even, some call it.
I guess we missed it.
2 out of 3 wrestling fans don't remember.
14% of all people know that.
Yeah, I remember, used to pride myself on knowing all the champions and all that shit.
When,
I used to.
Up to the Attitude Era, I think it was fair. After the Attitude Era, when they do title changes like every other week or every week, you can't.
You know, they gave WCW shit for title changes. Look at WWE, especially post 1998. They were taking the belt off people every other week. Like,
didn't The Rock have like 5 world title reigns in like a 2-year period or something?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Jericho had 9 Intercontinental title runs.
Yeah.
These guys were feuding with. That's why every time someone says they're like a 9-time, a 16-time champion, that just tells me you got beat 16 times. You can't hold the fucking belt.
Yeah.
That's like, well, Bruce Pritchard will tell you. If you listen to Bruce Pritchard, he's like, it's a prop. All it is, it's a prop. Prop to get stories over, to move stories along, tell stories. I
mean, in a sense, he's right. But if that's how they feel about it backstage, they don't. I mean, when as far as storyline wise, they treat it like a prop. Out of storyline, like they treat it like it's the greatest shit ever. This guy is the face of the company. It's a prop. It's funny because remember they gave the belt to Jericho at one point because his feud with Michaels was so hot, and they were like, "Oh, that program's good. We need to put the belt on it so people see it's the most." Like, they couldn't have a non-championship storyline be the hottest thing. So what's the problem with that?
That's a ladder match.
I don't remember.
Watched that at your guys' house, didn't you?
Him versus
Chris was all
Shawn?
excited. Yeah, him and Shawn in that ladder match. I think we watched that at your guys' house.
Maybe, I don't remember. I do not recall. We watched a lot of wrestling back then.
I think that was one of the pay-per-views we watched because remember, Jericho's my favorite and Chris's was Michael's. I think we both told you guys you had to buy the pay-per-view.
Oh god.
Yeah, remember he was the only one who picked Shawn in our predictions and he lost because of that.
Look it up, bro. What match was that? What pay-per-view?
I think it was No Mercy 06.
What was the match again?
Was that the same one? No, that wasn't the same one when Orton
was it
lost twice.
When was CM Punk champ?
Which champion? Which title?
It was the World Heavyweight
His
title.
first run as World Heavyweight champion.
It was June of 08.
Then it would have been.
Oh
08.
my god!
What the?
What?
What just happened?
What the fuck?
was
That
that?
was so dangerous. They're doing their move called the stage dive. I think it's like he sets them up for a top rope leg drop, which is going to show Billy Gunn how to do it. Oh, well, it's not Austin, but
It does move storyline along though.
Oh god.
it does. But they botched it. He jumped before he picked him up, which is weird. That could have been a dangerous botch. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking.
I think he is.
And that piped fucking
think he's legit
chainsaw
hurt.
sound.
If you look, he's still in the ring. He was. He's like pulling himself out of the ring.
I can announce that the World Wrestling Federation just today has officially begun negotiations with
I'm not even gonna run this episode with a match because there's no matches scheduled left.
WrestleMania 14 on March the 29th in Boston.
The news that the baddest man on the planet, Mike Tyson, was negotiating with the World Wrestling Federation
For a
for
WrestleMania
WrestleMania 14
role.
made headlines in newspapers around the world.
He'd have a role at
And this past
WrestleMania, that
Saturday,
is
the
for sure.
WWF ventured to Fort
The funniest part was that the entire time he's like in a guest referee
Lauderdale,
enforcement
Massachusetts.
capacity.
The
And I always felt like, why wasn't he just the ref? Wouldn't that make more sense? And then it became, wait a minute.
Well, they called him the enforcer. They never called him the ref. He was a special
True, they did
enforcer.
call him. He was a
And then
special
when he
enforcer.
came in to do the pin, I was shocked. I'm like, he's not supposed to do that, but they raised his hand anyways, which made the moment better. Like Mike Tyson christens Austin as the champion, which is cool. But like, it didn't make sense because they never called him like he had a referee capacity. Well, maybe I'm remembering it wrong. Let's watch it and find out if we're not remembering it right.
But when we get it together, Vince McMahon and I are going to bring
Vince
to you
McMahon. I always put that A in there. It doesn't belong.
McMahon.
WrestleMania and Mike Tyson, March 29th. We're working on it, and I'm excited every day. I'm thinking about it, so don't touch that dial. Stay informed. Stay in tune. Find out what's happening
Stay
now.
in
because
tune.
we got an
Stay in
affordable
tune,
price
guys.
at an affordable
Stay in
price
tune.
and a
Obviously, he
price
didn't
you
stay in
can't
tune to what happened on
afford
this episode.
to miss. WrestleMania and Mike Tyson, March 29th.
How many takes do you think
Be
Vince made him
there.
do
I'm
this
looking
shit?
forward to seeing you on that great day
More
when
than
these
you'd
two
want to know.
giants
I
come
bet you he
together.
only did
Mike
one,
Tyson
which is
and
why he fucked it
WrestleMania.
up. And he goes like, "Need to do
We're
another
working
take." He's
on
like, "All right, it's
Vince
gonna be another
McMahon and
50
I-
grand."
Vince
He's like,
McMahon and I, we'll get it done.
"We'll take it."
Yeah, March 29th.
Good Lord, Vince McMahon and Don King negotiating.
I mean, Don King can talk. He's a great promoter, but that was bad.
But it's not done yet, so be sure and
Nobody
stay
gives a
tuned.
shit about
When we
Don
return,
King
Shawn
in
Michaels is
WWF.
determined to call out the Undertaker. Plus,
Where are they up
wait till
next?
you see the hell
Oh,
Shawn
it's-
Michaels and the Undertaker went through to get to the Royal Rumble casket match. The exclusive graphic
Oh my god, you
Oh.
cannot do that today. What do you guys think about the WrestleMania 14 logo?
I
Boxing
actually
row
kinda,
motif.
I kind of
Yeah.
liked it. It was kind of different, and
Good.
yeah, it was kind of cool. WrestleMania 14 was a pretty good one.
for inviting us into your home
Eh.
once again.
Better than 13. 13's logo is just like fucking
Yeah.
Times New Roman 13. And just looks so awful with
They even
flames
used Times New
behind
Roman?
it.
I thought they actually used the numbers.
No, it was like no, not the Roman numerals, but Times New Roman font. It's just a 1 and the 3.
But a cell
It looked so awkward. It looked like a company that was like on dire straits. Like, we can't even afford font, guys. Can't afford the Roman.
This is not a cage match. This is hell in the
They
cell.
probably couldn't.
Oh, they were taking a fucking. Oh my god.
I remember watching this live. I was like so set to watch Taker kill Shawn. I was like, yes, please. You need to get your heat back, Taker, after getting the title ripped from you. And he was killing him for most of the match.
He killed him almost the entire match. The only thing that saves him is Kane.
It was a great match too. I remember watching it live, and I was like, I remember because we never used to order like in your houses, but like we ordered it just for this match.
Kind of had to be honest.
Like that match was worth the $20. Because like I remember watching it live, I would have to miss the moment Kane came out like and do that. I would have been like, what? Are you kidding me?
But you know what?
Actually, remember when this event took place was when we were in Alaska, and remember watching it, not the pay-per-view, but watching the superstars in the hotel room wherever we were, and being like, "Oh my God, Kane!"
They're really trying to sell this match here, and I feel
But
I feel like they don't need to do this because they need to better sell the story of why they're wrestling.
But why show all these highlights of a match that happened months ago?
Yeah.
When that's best suited for like a Mania or like a I don't know, like it just doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it's like, oh, this match is great. By the way, it happened months ago. You could buy the VHS of it.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I remember seeing that. I'm like, yes, dump him over the top. Like, 'cause again, you're a teenager, you don't know any better. And then when he took this spill, probably the safest bump he could have taken. Which, in hindsight, I'm thankful he did. Like, I think that Mick Foley stunt we're gonna get to is the stupidest thing ever in wrestling.
Stunts.
Like
multiple ones in that match.
Like, God bless Mick Foley for wanting to pull those stunts, but you didn't have to do that. Could you imagine, like, after doing that, like, and then doing the Owen Hart thing, like, somebody okayed that.
Protected chair shot. Those didn't age well at all.
Oh my God! Wait a minute! That's gotta be Kane! That's gotta be Kane! Oh my God! He just ripped the
What a way to get a guy over, too. I remember being in utter shock, like, because no one, he kept talking about it, but you didn't think it was going to actually happen.
Look at Shawn Michaels crawling out of a pool of his own blood, throwing his arm over the Undertaker's chest. We have one. We have two.
That count was almost as slow as Triple H Booker T at WrestleMania 19.
Almost. Almost.
If I ever had a program with Triple H, I would always wait 27 seconds for my music to hit to come out to the ring. Just to remind them.
Find him who you are.
God, 2 in 1 fucking night. Of all the
Which is
things
weird,
that have
'cause
not
I was
aged well.
so into DX when this all happened, and now I'm like, I want you to F off my TV.
I think
don't
the
know
worst
why.
of it was when they had the live band play the music. I honestly, give me auto-tune. Live band sounds so shitty. Like I get it, like you want to feel the music and the amps and all that shit, okay. But in wrestling, Name one time where the live band was superior to the digital song.
WrestleMania 21, Motorhead.
Oh, that's right. That was actually pretty damn good.
I don't remember that, but I wasn't.
I do, because I was there.
You
and
have
it
a
was
bias,
amazing.
sir. You were in the ring. It's like a concert for you. I'm talking about watching.
It was amazing.
You gotta give him that though. He was there. Like live, it's actually better than probably on video. Like
I'm sure live it's always better.
I kind of wish I would have gone, because I remember the day before I went to go see if there were tickets on sale, and they still had bleacher tickets for $50. I could have gone, like, just to see it and see fucking Hogan wrestler come out. I didn't think he was gonna come out, but
Yeah, that WrestleMania ended up having a lot of big name people. That had Piper, Hogan, Austin,
I was
Angle,
shocked.
Michaels, Undertaker.
I was shocked at how well Piper was able to hold up with Austin.
It wasn't. Piper's always been good.
But I'm like,
The mic.
again, I'm like, I knew Piper was good, but like Austin was like such commanding of the audience. And then when he told the audience, just shut up and I'll tell you what, and he turned it back on, I'm like, Piper.
To this day, I still have not watched WrestleMania 21.
what?
Haven't
Oh, that's right.
watched
That's right.
it?
On
Well,
yeah, I actually.
remember, I have not watched any of the shows that I've attended.
Well, you have to, man. It's better
I
to get a
watched
better
SummerSlam 05 hundreds of times. I watched the fucking One Night Stand 06 like hundreds of times. I love that shit.
I've never gone back and watched WrestleMania 21. I've never gone back and watched WrestleMania 31. I've never gone back and watched the Judgment Day 06. I have never gone
Who
back
would go
and
watch
watched
and watch
Rumble
that
07. What else did we go to?
Why? Just to savor that memory of being there and not wanting to tarnish it from another perspective.
I don't know. Maybe it's possible.
But
Yeah, I
it's a
mean, obviously, everything I remember is from.
But it's
where I
like
was.
it's an active choice. Where you're like, I don't want to. I don't ever want to watch it. Or it's like, I don't feel like watching it.
It's more of just I don't feel like it.
Oh,
Again, they're pay-per-views. That's like a 3-hour commitment. 4 hours if it's 31.
I usually just watch like the RVD Cena match because that whole program is iconic.
And don't get me wrong, I've seen bits and pieces of all these. You know, it's just I have not ever once sat down and physically watched every single. Any show I've been to, I've never from beginning to end watched it in full.
You know what show I want to watch though is the Raw that we went to, bro. The first live show that we went to. I have not seen that one. That one I want to take a
I've
look
just
at.
watched the last match over and over again.
The JBL one or
No, the one where Hogan came out as a surprise guest.
the one where you marked out like a 5-year-old.
Yep. I went out into the fucking aisle and
Marked
bought
out
a
like
shirt.
me and Ryan marked out like marks when Hogan came out at 21. He wasn't advertised, so no one even thought he was going to be on the pay-per-view, and then he was.
Well, he
Yeah,
got
marked out.
inducted though, right? He got.
Yeah, he was
inducted
going to be
that
in the
year.
Did,
induction,
but-
but no one thought he was going to come out. How many Hall of Fame inductees go out there and kick somebody's ass before they get their honoring?
Because Hogan and Piper both went in 03. That 03 or 06? That was 06.
It's
They
05.
both got inducted that same year, and they were both on the show. I mean,
Why is Shawn surprised? It was literally said Shawn Michaels will confront the Undertaker live. Like,
he's D-Generation X.
but he acted surprised. He's like, huh? Taker's here? Oh my god! Get him, Undertaker!
Then he hate. I hate you, Undertaker.
Someone wrote "suck it" on this coffin. Did Michaels do this shit? Is this another prank of his?
Gonna be a little person that comes out.
Is this the first go home Raw we've had without a match?
This isn't the go home episode.
Well, I mean,
is
like
it?
a ending to a Raw that wasn't a match.
That's a good question.
I think this is.
I think it is. Had to say suck it.
Shawn didn't do this shit? Come on, he had to.
we have to have 3 guesses to guess now who's inside the casket.
Okay. Now, sorry, folks, but I thought Triple H in China could do a little bit better than this. I mean, this is what I did last week. Okay, Hunter, China, you're real funny. Ooh, I'm scared. Boogie, 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 boogie. Come on out,
God, here we go.
Come on.
I like how we still have to clutch onto the belt.
Oh, what? Sorry. I forgot. A secret password here. Secret password. Okay, here we go, just like last week. Okay, break it down.
What timing.
Oh,
That's back.
Hello, you two.
so close.
Okay, break it down. Hello.
It's a trap!
No, it's fucking.
Why would it do this at the very end?
Why did they come out with mics to stop Sean? Like, Sean, it's not us.
Sounds like uh-oh.
If you two are up there, then who's in the casket?
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love it.
We're inside the
Actually, not a
casket.
bad
Fade
ending
to
to the
black.
show when you think about
That's
it.
a good. This was a good show.
Pretty good show. Pretty good. There's some
Pretty good.
a couple of speed bumps that were gotten over.
the Truth
Austin
Commission.
was the deary highlight of the show, I have to say. You know, him coming out there doing all that stuff. I mean, great setup for the Rumble. Makes me really want to watch it. The Gold Dust thing. I have no words.
Poor choice. We talked about how well this stuff would age. Even then, that was in poor taste.
No
Yeah.
fucking kidding. Like,
But overall, though, like I think that Austin stole the show, rightfully so. Like it's January and they're building up to his title run, and they're doing a really good job of it. Like I really enjoyed sitting here and watching this show because I knew it was going to happen, but it was also like, come on, Austin, you're going to come out here and you're going to stun these motherfuckers, and then you get it. You know you're getting ice cream, and then bam, Dad comes home and gets the ice cream. You're still excited, even though you know it's going to happen.
Yep.
You know, they gave us what we needed. So I this is a good episode. This is for me. This is probably like 8.5 out of 10.
no, I'm more in the 6-7 range, and I'm just
Yeah, I was
going
about to say 7.
like
I'd probably
5
give it
is the
7.
average. Like 5 is an okay show. This is a good show, but there were a couple of bumps in there that I didn't really like. Like
Truth Commission.
the Truth
Yeah, the Truth
Commission,
Commission.
the Owen thing. Like it was
The
fine to
40+.
showcase Owen, but like you're dumbing down his program, and I know where it's going, and it's like watching a train wreck, and you can't stop it. There's nothing you can do to delay it. But overall, I mean, I think the shows overall are getting better. We're going up from like the 1s and 2s to like the 6s, 7s, and 8s, which is promising because it's like we're building up to like phenomenal Raw programming in our minds. You know, rose-colored glasses. I'm hoping that's the case, but it's cool to kind of go back and see the evolution of WWE climbing back up from the gutter that they were in.
Yeah,
We're getting there. Definitely getting there.
Mm-hmm. Well, we got one more episode left, guys. The go-home show to Raw before the Royal Rumble. I love this I can't wait for the pay-per-view. We're hoping to bring Weasel back, guys, and I really, really want him back at least for the Rumble show.
At least for Rumble, yeah.
Yeah, we'd love to get him back. So, Chris, if you're out there, buddy, we love you. We miss you. Come back, please. Final thoughts before we sign off, guys?
I'm excited for the Royal Rumble. I'm excited for next week's episode and next week's Raw, and that's exactly what a show should do. And yeah, I can't wait to see you guys next week.
No more of this artist formerly known as Goldust. We need real Goldust back.
Yes, please.
We need real gold.
Bury this gimmick so fucking bad.
And I know we still got a couple more months of it, but oh my god.
All right. Well, that's all we have for the Dudes with Attitude podcast for this week, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am the good Dr. Legend with the magnificent Brett Evers.
Oh, guy.
And the supreme submission machine, Angelo.
And that's the bottom line, because, well, Stone Cold said so.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week.